There we go. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Heart to Spirit Connections with Karinna Nielsen. It's the beginning of March, the Trinity month, and I'll be talking a little bit about that in a minute, but I want to welcome everybody that's come on live, and it's such an exciting topic today. Our topic today is Step Out of the Box and Be Free. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that, but that is a topic that came from Master Guide Carol and the beautiful guidance that I received and the channeling this month, which you'll find on my website in the wisdom section, channel wisdom section. So before we begin, I just want you to know that we're here on the first Saturday of every month for Heart to Spirit Connections, and this program is focused on expanding our heart's connection to spiritual guidance and elevating our awareness of love so that we can use the tools of Lemurian wisdom to consciously create our experience on Earth and connect more clearly with our guidance and with each other. So we're joining our hearts together as well. So I would just want you to, everybody, just where you are. I know the energy is accelerating. We've already been talking about that. So just, relax a moment and take a deep breath and breathe in through your nose. Take about 4 counts, breathing in. And then just lock the breath and weave all 4 bodies together, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Exhale through your mouth. And just feel the relaxation of that and feel yourself weaving your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, and also tapping into your cellular consciousness. Keep breathing. And we're going to call upon the Creator, the Christ light, the Goddess weave of love, and all the guides, the angels, the guardians, the goddess lights, and Master Guide Kira, of course, and Kahu Fred Sterling, and all the beautiful energies of love that guide us in our journey here on Earth. We call forth the higher selves of everyone here live with us today, and those that are coming in later on the recording to join with us in a mastermind of healing light, because we're moving forward through this great shift in consciousness. And I'm so grateful to have the guidance and everyone here for this program today. So we offer this prayer from our hearts in love. Amen. All right, so that breathing type is taken from the 5 breath self-healing meditation. And last month on the 3rd Saturday, I started a new webinar called Heal Yourself with Signature Cell Healing. And that will repeat. We'll have another one again on the 18th of this month, March. We're going to be talking about your blueprint and the pineal gland where the signature cell hit is. So tune in for that. That'll be a lot of fun, and we'll learn more about the breathing as well. But for today, we're going to talk about the energies of March. And I also want to take your questions, because as soon as we turned the corner on March, I felt an energy shift, and it was tangible. It was really, I felt a lot, first of all, I felt a lot clearer, and I felt like the earth plane had jumped forward, had moved forward out of some kind of muck we were in. And it felt like the light workers were moving Mother Earth forward. And I don't know if you folks felt that as well, but it was really tangible for me. And part of it is also the energies of March. And if you've noticed recently, if you go out and look at the western sky right after sunset, you're going to see Jupiter and Venus have been together, and they had the conjunction. And Jupiter is the amplifier planet, right? So whatever it's with, it amplifies, and it's now in that sign of Aries, and Venus is there as well. And it's just for me, the Aries energy is so significant. It's just this moving forward. It's the initiator energy. And it's really great for projects or starting something new. And it's going to move you. So if you think, well, I don't want to move. Oh, yes, you do want to move. You know, you might not feel, it might feel uncomfortable. Let's put it that way. It might feel uncomfortable on the, but I hate to say but we need to move forward and we need to get out of our stuff. So I felt myself personally just getting out of the stuff. And that's part of the guidance of Master Kirill, this whole stepping out of the box idea. And we're going to look at where we might be putting ourselves in boxes and where we could step out of the box and be free, which is the title of the channeling as well as the program today. So getting back to the energies of March, we are moving towards the equinox at the end of towards the end of the month. And that puts us fully into the energy of Aries and this springtime newness that's coming forth this month. And I'm ready for it. How about you? I think maybe people that are on the mainland and in really cold climates. I got messages from friends in Lake Tahoe, and they're snowed in up there. Yeah, Tatiana, you would know about that. You're not far from there. I mean, there's a lot of really cold weather. Maybe people are ready for this springtime revival type energy. So that's what we're kind of going to look at today, because first, let me pull the Lemurian prophecy card to guide our reading. So this is another way. We're focused on heart to spirit connection. So these are ways that you can, tools that you can use to connect into your spiritual guidance. And these are the ones that Culfred Sterling and Master Guide Kirill shared with us for many, many years. Not too many people know about the Lemurian prophecy cards. But I do, and a couple others, and I think they're great guidance. I use them every day just to begin a connection with my spirit guidance. So I'm going to shuffle 5 times, and this all follows the Lemurian numerology. And the Lemurian numerology is in all of the books, like this one, The Great Shift, or the one over here behind me, the 10 principles, or better yet, the one up above there. I'm going to do this right. Signature Cell Healing, which has Lemurian numerology for healers, and that's really helpful. So it's pretty simple. 5, I'm shuffling 5 times because 5 is the number for love. And each of us has a Lemurian life path number. And if you don't know your Lemurian life path number, that's part of the reason that you're here, is the energy that you're working through. Mine is a 5. So I'm working on love, and that's been a great journey for me. I know we have a couple of 3s in here. We have a 7. 7 is transition. 3 is a number for this month: truth, trust, and passion. The first 3 principles of the 10 principles of consciously creating. And the number 3 principle is passion. So before I get too far into that, everybody put their energy in the cards. I've shuffled 5 times. And thank you. Now I'm going to cut the cards, and we're going to get a card that represents this. Oh, wait till you see this one. How about it? We have the Queen of Hearts. Okay, so let me explain. So there are 4 suits in the cards, right? So the spades are the spiritual, the clubs are the mental, the diamonds are the physical, and the hearts are the emotional body, and the queen represents the divine feminine, or your goddess light. So if you're not yet awakening your goddess light, it's a great time to do it. And you can do that in, there's another book called Kirill Lemurian Legacy for the Great Shift, and that talks about the goddess light, but I can also help you with that. I do readings for goddess light awakening and activation. But this goddess light is showing us, it's showing me that I'm on the right track today, if I have the goddess energy here. And that's the divine feminine. We all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine within us. So we're balancing those things. But right now is the time for the divine feminine to reawaken. And for a long, long time, there's been a patriarchal system that has controlled the earth plane, and the female energies of the goddess lights have taken a step back to allow for that for a certain period of time. But when Master Guide Kirill came forth on the earth plane, and there's other signs of this as well, to announce the great shift in consciousness, that was the time for the awakening of the goddess light, because Master Guide Kirill is goddess energy, and he worked with many goddess lights, including 7 of us that were in a goddess light weave called Silver Wings of Light. And when the goddess light awakens on an evolving planet, that's the time for the goddess energy to awaken in the hearts of all the people, not just the women, but the men have a right to awaken that as well. But the women, the goddesses, take the lead, and they step forward and begin to bring forth the love of goddess light onto the planet again. And that shifts the energy. So we've been in a 3rd dimensional kind of yin yang duality energy for a long time on this planet. Now we shift up with the goddess light into the 4th and 5th density, or 5th dimension. So I talk a lot about this great shift in consciousness, and people wonder, what does it really mean? Well, it does mean that it is the awakening of the goddess light and the love within us. So love is the way forward. This is the end of a cycle of 26,000 years. So there's a huge cycle completing now, and a new one beginning. And it's about our evolution, and it's about the evolution of Mother Earth. And like Master Guide Kirill likes to say, we all signed up for it. We all signed up for it. And so I hear you, one of you there saying maybe, well, I didn't sign up for this. This is really tough. Well, why might that be that it's really tough? Well, we don't come here to just kind of fool around. We actually come here to learn stuff and to go through our lesson plans. So in particular, this lifetime that we signed up for is one that we packed in all of the lesson plans that we didn't get done in other lifetimes, because most of us are not coming back here again. The earth will be different. So when we come, if we come back in a embodied form, it'll be a much lighter body. And also we won't have those 3rd dimensional lesson plans, that it won't be available on the earth plane any longer. So the relationships, money problems, things like that, power issues over others, those kind of lesson plans aren't going to be available on earth anymore. And those that need to work through those lesson plans, they'll go back to the creator, or maybe to another planet where that's possible. But this planet is evolving. So we're here evolving with it. Therefore, we have this great challenge to get our lesson plans done in this lifetime. So if you're feeling like it's really challenging right now, it's as challenging as you let it be. Let's put it that way, because we have the choice. You have the choice at every opportunity to choose love. And to choose love means you're going to get beyond the fear that might be keeping you in the box. And there we go back to the title again. So before I get off on the blueprint too much, because I'm going to talk about that more on the 18th of March in the other webinar. But does that bring up any questions for you? I mean, I put a lot out there right now, and I just want to check in and see if that brings up anything. I'm going to check in the chat, and thank you, Aldine. And I've got a question here. What might we best incorporate the energies of Venus and Jupiter displaying in the night sky in our healing from Mother Earth tonight? Very good. That's a layered question. Thank you. Okay, so tonight is the global healing meditation from Mother Earth. And we do this every month, about 3 or 4 nights before the full moon, because we want to stabilize the energy for that full moon energy. So you're going to see the moon now is approaching full, and we're going to have that meditation at 9 o'clock, your local time, wherever you are on Mother Earth. And it creates this wave of healing light that goes around the planet. What you do is, and the instructions are, there's a link on my homepage at KarinnaNielsen.com. And you can click on that and you can get the chant of protection from our goddess Mahina Ku. You can see the meditation code. You can also read more about this meditation and how it came to be. What we send our heart light down into Mother Earth and connect into Mother Earth, and then bring the union of our heart light with Mother Earth back into our hearts. And then we send a strand of light to Diamond Head. And there if you go there in your meditation etherically and feel what you feel there. What I feel there is a gathering of so many goddess lights, angels, guides, galactic energies, especially. You can, if you're really wanting to look for it, you could see the craft that come in there, because that's a really big crater. And the energies weave there. Some people see eggs, like energetic eggs, where energies come in. I mean, I don't want to go too far out there, but you can just focus on creating that weave there in the crater and then sending it out around Mother Earth. And we're focusing on also on the Earth's water systems, healing the Earth's water systems, like Kapukaki, Red Hill here on Oahu, which is the site of the giant fuel tanks from the Navy. Our water aquifer is right below that. So we're protecting the water aquifer. Also, Okinawa has a similar problem. We're also focusing on the coastal area off of Brazil this month, where they have a lot of pollution in the water. These are just suggestions from people that have come forth for the meditation. So now that I've explained what that is, Mahina Ku, the answer to your question is Jupiter and Venus together are amplifying the goddess light. So it's a perfect opportunity to go out after the sun goes down and catch Venus, and they're separating a little bit now, but Jupiter will be below Venus, and get the energy of just the visual of that and take that into the meditation and use it to amplify the love that we're going to share with Mother Earth this month. That's a beautiful question. That's so perfect for today, because this whole, when Sandra came on to the meeting earlier, she was saying the great shift is going too fast. Oh, yes, it is. And the thing is, if it feels too fast, that's why we have signature cell healing and the 5 breath self-healing meditation to slow things down. So that breathing technique that I always talk about and that I demonstrate on that webinar that we had last month, and I'll be demonstrating it again tomorrow on the webcast from the Honolulu Church of Light Sunday healing service. I'll be demonstrating it again. But that's the tool that we need right now. And Kahu Fred knew that. 5 years ago, he started to teach us this technique and other techniques in signature cell healing that are so important for the great shift right now. So Sandra, I could say to you, if that's a time that feels accelerated to you, get into that 5-breath self-healing meditation. And in the pause, I learned from Mary Faith's email to me, when you suspend the breath, I love that. When you suspend the breath, that's where you weave the 4 bodies together and you expand your heart light and feel the love. So the love is inside of you, Sandra, that's going to help you to get through whatever you're going through right now. So I hope that helps you a little bit with that. Does that bring up any other questions? Because you're right, the energy is rising. And one of the really big indicators for that, for me and for a lot of us, was Kahu Fred Sterling released his physical body and left the earth plane. And to me, that was just one huge sign of where we are in this great shift in consciousness, that Kahu Fred is working at a higher level for our great shift right now, and working really closely with the earth plane. And those of you who need his guidance or his assistance, also Master Guide Kirill, call them and ask them, you know, how you could, you know, get guidance from them on how to move forward. I think what we've talked about so far really explains a lot about what you see going on in this great shift in consciousness. So in this energy of the 3rd month of the year, March, I talked about truth, trust, and passion. That's the first 3 principles in the 10 principles of consciously creating from Kahu Fred and Master Guide Kirill. These are really important principles and guidance for what we're going through right now. They came from Lemuria, and the Lemurians used them to evolve from 3rd to 4th and into 5th dimensional energies. So what's not to like about that right now? I mean, that's so perfect, right? So I suggest that it's on my website, just a brief rundown. But there's audio recordings, there's an ebook, a print book, all kinds of guidance on the 10 principles at signaturecellhealing.com online store. But the point for this month, I believe, is for us to look at our passion and what is our passion for life. And that's going to be connected to the blueprint in your signature cell in the pineal gland that has the passion that you came here to express. So you might be saying, well, you know, how do I know what that is? Because we can get so involved in the lesson plans that we've come here, the relationships, difficulties with family, or difficulties with our work, even physical ailments, right? That we lose track of our passion. And that's why that 5-breath self-healing meditation is so important, because every breath comes through the pineal gland, and there's 25 breaths. 5 and 2 is 7, and that's transition. So when you're breathing, you're going to get the energy on your blueprint to reawaken the passion of why you're here in this lifetime. So how about that? Does that bring up any questions here? So Mahina Ku says, oh my, I just realized that the energies of our prophecy card this morning allows fullness to our focus on clearing water systems tonight. So perfect. Yeah, the Queen of Hearts is totally in alignment with everything that's going on today in the sky and in our meditation tonight, as well as the passion for this month. And that kind of brings me to our channeling for this month. And that was step out of the box and be free from Master Guide Kirill. And I'll put a link back on the homepage, but you'll find it under Wisdom and Channel Guidance on my website. And the whole idea of this box was the feeling in the question that someone was putting me in a box. So Master Guide Kirill kind of takes that metaphor and expands it. So I want you to think about that metaphor about being in a box. And I'll give you a visual because I have cats, and cats love boxes. I don't know if you noticed that before, but if you get something from Amazon, or you order something online and it comes in a box, you open that box, take your stuff out, throw it on the floor. You can even make open that box flat. The cat will get on it or in it. Cats love boxes. So imagine yourself like a cat in a box like that. And when the cat is finished with that box, I mean, they get out of it, they never go back in again. They shift. They're always shifting. I learn a lot from my cats. I mean, I love them. If you got pets, I don't know if dogs do that, Barbara, but probably not. Cats are very particular about box. I have even seen a video where someone put, what do you call that? Strapping tape, duct tape. They put it made a box on a carpet, and the cat got in the duct tape. So there's something about that shape that the cats resonate to, but you can learn so much because suddenly your cat will do everything the same. But then you come to a time that cat shifts and won't sleep in the same place anymore, won't eat from the same space, wants different food. Cats know about shifting. So you can learn a lot about shifting from cats and getting out of boxes. So I want to take us now into a meditation about that. So Master Kirill has helped me with this meditation to step out of the box. And I found it really, really helpful. In fact, it was very healing for me to do this meditation and actually do that in meditation. So I want everybody to just get really comfortable. We have plenty of time. And I'm going to ask that you just get comfortable and start doing some of those deep breaths. And just start to feel the energy of love surrounding you. Okay, put yourself in a comfortable space and just start to feel yourself. And it's comfortable in those boxes, just start to see yourself like it's kind of like a cardboard box, kind of life size. And you're just sitting in that box. So breathe in through your crown chakra, breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in, draw the light through the pineal gland, all the way down into your heart. Lock the breath. Exhale and let the light expand from your heart outward through the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual bodies. Keep breathing. Draw the golden particles in. When they come through the pineal, they change to white light. Draw the white light down into your heart. Weave the four bodies. Expand the breath. Let that light go out through your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies until you've got like a bubble surrounding you. Now I want you to just see yourself in that energy that you've created, and just you're feeling very comfortable in your life, in your box right there. But as you continue breathing, you might start to feel challenged to be held in that space. And you might feel like it's time to step out of that box and have more freedom. So keep breathing and just feel your life, your whole energy surrounding you. And think about your life right now. And think about anything that you perceive as limitations. Are they people in your life? Are they family? Is it your profession, the work that you're doing in the world? Is it where you live? Is it perhaps things that are going on in the world that create a feeling of limitation? And I want you to just feel the love of who you are right now. Release any self-judgment, release any feeling of less than. Just know that you are perfect right there in that beautiful energy that you've created. And if you have like a feeling like, well, I can't step out of that box because it's their fault. They're keeping me in this box. I can't move out. Just breathe past that. Breathe past that and know that it's your limitations. It's your box, and you can step out of it anytime you want. There is no one keeping you in that box. It's your own perception and your own right to choose to stay in the box or to step out of the box. So it's a choice. So keep breathing and feel that if you're ready, at some point, you're going to feel ready to stand up. Just stand up inside the box and get ready to step out of it. Okay, and now look around you and notice that that box is gone. There is no box there anymore, and you're free to step forward. Don't look back. Don't try and go get the box. The box is gone. Keep moving forward and just feel the love that you are, the love that's surrounding you, drawing you forward. In fact, there's even a golden light forward in front of you and a door. And when you're ready, you can go through that door. This is the new phase of the great shift for you. So when you're ready, you have stepped out, you stood up, stepped out of the box. Notice the box is not even there. And now you're moving forward towards this door that's open slightly. If you feel like doing it, open the door, step through it, and see what's new for you there. Because everything can be all brand new if you're ready to take those steps. So I'm going to give you a minute to just process what's happened and where you're going through the door. So just keep breathing and feel yourself still surrounded in that light. And know it's your choice how to go forward. Just breathe. You're in a safe space. And if you choose to go through the door, it's there for you now. If you go through it and you're ready to close the door behind you, go ahead. If not, you'll have that ready for you some other time. So just keep breathing and start to feel the love for yourself wherever you are. Whatever you've chosen is just perfect, because whatever the door represents, whatever the box represents, it's all up to you, because you're choosing to create this journey for yourself to heal, to evolve, and to experience new levels of love. So take a breath now and gradually begin to come back. Doesn't matter if you're still standing in front of the door or you've gone through the door. You can always come back to this meditation, and you can always feel the love for yourself that helps you to move from fear to love and from love to enlightenment. So just breathe and gradually begin to feel the chair beneath you. Come back to wherever you were when we began the meditation. Okay, so we're back. How about that? Was that as impactful for you as it was for me the first time I did it? I noticed there's no box there. You ain't got any shares.
Karinna.
Barbara, you come on.
Okay, so yeah, thank you all. That was beautiful. I actually found myself like in an empty swimming pool.
Oh, cool.
And when I got out, there was a lot of others with me. And we were like running down this path. So what do you make of that?
Whoa, what do you make of that? That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a big box you were in, first of all. That was a real big box.
I have to think about it.
Was it a full swimming pool or was it an empty swimming pool?
It was an empty swimming pool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that is a big box, right?
I know. I have to think. I'm like, wow, that was quite an experience. I have to contemplate that.
Yeah, I would. And anybody else that shares is great. Come in anytime. But I'm feeling that the interesting thing for me is that when you came out, you were with a lot of other people. So you tapped into the collective consciousness of all of us getting out of the box, getting out of our boxes, and people, I mean, it's metaphor, right? I mean, it's just figurative. Right. People are doing it all the time, moving forward, because we have to, and it's just amplified right now. But that's an incredible share. And knowing your energy, you are really tapped in to the collective consciousness and group healing, group endeavors, things doing with other people. So that sounds like a really, really perfect meditation for you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Anybody else? Barbara, Sandra, please go ahead.
Well, this topic is, as usual, relevant to me. So, I mean, I didn't really have much of an experience during the meditation, but it's just reinforcing what some of us are going through, including me. Like, I want to be out of this box. I have for a long time. I'm in this box on practically every aspect of life. So, so I have to simply keep persevering to get out of this box. And yes. Coincidentally, with the energies of March, but I mean, obviously my employer was planning to lay off tens of people on March 2nd, long before March 2nd occurred. Wow. They had to plan such a large number, but that did occur. I'm still there, but I've known for months, maybe a year, that my workload has been diminishing due to, circumstances. I'm not necessarily convinced it's the pandemic, the energy flowing through. So I'm still there. So, but, my job has to evolve, because I don't have a full workload, but I'm still there. So am I still in the box? And believe it or not, like I forgot.
Wow.
I think I knew you had this topic a week ago or so, but I forgot about it. So so I got reminded, shortly before our session here. And and I was gonna like, I mean, this is like between you and me. I don't know what to do with it, but it's a hospital for special needs, addiction related issues. So, and I've been thinking about this a long time. So, and they just closed another wing, before these layoffs. And the nursing issue has been like nationwide. There's a nursing shortage. They have a hard time getting nurses. So they didn't lay off nurses, obviously. So, I mean, I don't see this as, and I was just saying yesterday morning to an employee who I have to pass work to, that, I've known this a long time. We need a paradigm shift, even though we're going through a great shift.
There you go.
For some reason, are we restricted from having a certain degree of a paradigm shift while we're still here in 3D?
There's the question, Sandra. Let me take it from that.
Because you could help me work with these patients. They come back. We hardly have any new patients, literally new patients that have never been there before. They re-enter. It's a revolving door.
Right. Let me address that, Sandra.
They're not being healed through traditional.
Okay, let me address that. And you've given me so much there. So first of all, the paradigm shift. I love that question about, do we have a limitation in the paradigm shift? The limitation is mine. It's all our own, where we are and where we're intending to be. So like the box, remember the box, we're all in the box in some sort of way at different times in our lives, right? And then our energy just gets so it evolves, and that box doesn't feel right anymore. So if you feel that, then right there you have the choice, and that was in the channeling too. The person had the choice to blame the other person, right? The question was, Master Carol said, it's their fault that I'm in this box, so it's human nature to blame the other person, for our problems, right? But if we take the light and we choose to evolve and to see that it's all about love, it's all about self-love, and it's about self-evolution. And when my blueprint starts to fire off and say, okay, this is the lesson plan I want you to focus, and the higher self is kind of telling, this is the lesson plan I want you to focus on now, get beyond it. And we have that choice right there to say, okay, I'm going to blame that person. Okay, so then, you're not ready to go, right? So then your higher self kind of steps back and says, okay, well, they're not there yet. But if I say, okay, there's no box, I put that box there, I chose it, and I choose now to love myself enough to stand up, notice that there's no box, it's an illusion, and I'm going to move forward. Then the higher self goes, yay, like Master Carol, yay, you made the right choice. And it's not easy, Sandra, I'll give you that. It's not easy, because why is it not easy? It's sometimes it's not easy, and we all experience this, because this is the lifetime that we put in the blueprint, all of the bottom line, bottom of the bucket lesson plans that we need to heal to get out of this density of human on earth. We're going to release those things, we're going to heal them, and we're going to evolve back up into light, just like they did in Lemuria 40 to 50,000 years ago. They evolved from third to fourth to fifth dimension, and that's why the Lemurian wisdom is so important, because they showed us how to do it. So Sandra, I hope that helps you. Yes, we always have a choice where we can be in that paradigm shift, and it's big. It's really big. And if you, I know you feel it. I know a lot of people are feeling it, because people are asking me, what's going on? You know, and I just go, great shift. You know, something about a great shift. Okay, so let me look at Mahina Ku's question, share here. Meditation share. Boxes have 4 sides. We have 4 bodies. As we grow, balance, and harmonize our 4 bodies, we step out of the boxes or the limits and soar. We are freed. Ah, mama ua noa, which is the way we end a prayer in Hawaiian. So yes, I agree. That's such a great visual. So it's our 4 bodies that are woven together, just expanding, and just, I kind of see it as when it happens to me, I go, you know, the sides just blow off, you know, but that's my energy, because I get in those boxes, you know, and I'm like, you know, it's their fault, or, you know, that person's doing that to me, or, and then I get this, you know, light on me, like, are you kidding me? And then the whole thing blows out. So, I mean, it just depends on how ready you are, or where it is in your blueprint to get past the particular lesson plans. But we're going to get there. We're all going to get there. And I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with you. Any other shares before we go? Because we're a little bit over time, but I think that's a keeper meditation. It was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. And I want you to remember that when we do the healing meditation for Mother Earth tonight at 9 o'clock, and just see yourself out of the box, because Mother Earth is pushing out of her boxes too. She is evolving as well. So remember that we're evolving. Mother Earth is evolving. And so you see these 3rd dimensional lesson plans of things going on that are just not going to be available on Mother Earth much longer. So light her up and hold her in love, and just picture in your mind the ascended Earth and this beautiful planet that this will become after our great shift. Any other questions before we go? I mentioned the meditation. If you want the newsletters, please sign up on my website at KarinnaNielsen.com, and join me on the 18th of March for the Heal Yourself with Signature Cell Healing, with new energies that I want to share with you about signature cell healing. That's at the same time as this webinar at 9 a.m. Hawaii, but it will be at 12 noon Pacific and 3 p.m. Eastern, because you guys are going to shift to daylight savings time, and we don't have that. And so you will be an hour later. I hope to see you tomorrow at Sunday Healing Service at Honolulu Church of Light. And I wish you a great month of March. It's a lot longer than February. Fortunately, February just blew by, and we have a lot of time in this month to get into this energy of passion, of finding our passion, standing up and stepping out of the box and feeling the freedom of that. All right. Okay. So thank you all for being here, and I wish you a great month of March. Aloha.